Property and Casualty Exam Review. Question 1. A claims made trigger means coverage applies when: Option A, the injury occurs; Option B, the claim is first made against the insured; Option C, the policy is purchased; Option D, the premium is paid. The correct answer is Option C, the policy is purchased. Claims made policies are triggered by the making of the claim. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 2. A claims made CGL policy covers claims: Option A, based on when the injury occurred; Option B, first made against the insured during the policy period; Option C, made at any time; Option D, only after the policy expires. The correct answer is Option C, made at any time. Claims made policies are triggered by the claim being made during the policy period. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 3. An inland marine policy covers: Option A, ocean-going vessels only; Option B, property in transit over land and certain movable property; Option C, real estate; Option D, automobiles. The correct answer is Option C, real estate. Inland marine insurance covers property that moves or is transportable, such as cargo, fine arts, and equipment. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 4. A retrospective rating plan for workers' compensation: Option A, has a fixed premium; Option B, adjusts the final premium after the policy period based on actual losses; Option C, only reduces premium; Option D, has no premium. The correct answer is Option A, has a fixed premium. Retro plans adjust premium based on actual loss experience. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 5. Coverage F of a homeowner's policy provides: Option A, personal liability; Option B, medical payments to others; Option C, dwelling coverage; Option D, personal property. The correct answer is Option B, medical payments to others. Coverage F pays for medical expenses of others injured on the insured's property or by the insured's activities, regardless of fault. Question 6. The Unfair Claims Settlement Practices Act prohibits: Option A, prompt investigation of claims; Option B, misrepresenting policy provisions, failing to investigate, and delaying payment without reason; Option C, fair settlement offers; Option D, timely communication with claimants. The correct answer is Option C, fair settlement offers. Unfair claims practices laws require fair, prompt handling of claims. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 7. Personal Injury Protection, PIP, provides: Option A, only medical payments; Option B, medical expenses, lost wages, and essential services regardless of fault; Option C, only property damage; Option D, only death benefits. The correct answer is Option A, only medical payments. PIP provides broad no-fault benefits. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 8. The liquor liability exclusion in the CGL excludes: Option A, host liquor liability; Option B, liability for businesses that manufacture, sell, serve, or furnish alcoholic beverages; Option C, all alcohol-related claims; Option D, only claims against bars. The correct answer is Option C, all alcohol-related claims. The exclusion applies to those in the alcohol business, not social hosts. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 9. Specific insurance means: Option A, a blanket limit for all property; Option B, a separate limit for each specific item or location; Option C, unlimited coverage; Option D, liability only. The correct answer is Option C, unlimited coverage. Specific insurance applies a distinct limit to each described item or location. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 10. Water damage from a burst pipe is generally covered under homeowners policies because: Option A, it is considered flood damage; Option B, it is sudden and accidental, not a gradual leak; Option C, all water damage is covered; Option D, it is excluded. The correct answer is Option C, all water damage is covered. Sudden and accidental water discharge from plumbing is covered; gradual leakage and seepage are typically excluded. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 11. The CGL policies medical payments coverage: Option A, requires proof of negligence; Option B, pays reasonable medical expenses for injuries on the insured's premises regardless of fault; Option C, covers the insured's own injuries; Option D, covers employees. The correct answer is Option D, covers employees. MedPay is no-fault coverage for injuries to others. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 12. Earthquake coverage in a homeowner's policy is: Option A, automatically included; Option B, excluded but may be added by endorsement or separate policy; Option C, included for all perils; Option D, only available in California. The correct answer is option C, included for all perils. Earthquake is excluded in standard HO policies. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 13. The parole evidence rule states that option A, oral agreements can modify a written contract. Option B, a written contract cannot be changed by prior oral agreements. Option C, all contracts must be oral. Option D, only oral testimony is admissible in court. The correct answer is option B, a written contract cannot be changed by prior oral agreements. The parole evidence rule prevents parties from introducing prior oral agreements to contradict the terms of a written contract. Question 14. Extra expense coverage pays for option A, normal operating expenses. Option B, additional costs incurred to continue operations after a loss. Option C, lost profits. Option D, payroll only. The correct answer is option B, additional costs incurred to continue operations after a loss. Extra expense coverage reimburses for costs above normal operating expenses that are necessary to continue business after a loss. Question 15. The modified comparative negligence rule means a plaintiff can recover if option A, they are less than 51% at fault, in most states using this rule. Option B, they are any percentage at fault. Option C, they are 0% at fault. Option D, the defendant is 100% at fault. The correct answer is option D, the defendant is 100% at fault. Under the 50% rule, the plaintiff must be 50% or less at fault to recover. Under the 51% rule, they must be less than 51%. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 16. An appraisal clause in a property policy is used to option A, determine the premium. Option B, resolve disputes over the value of damaged property. Option C, assess the insured's credit score. Option D, determine liability. The correct answer is option A, determine the premium. Appraisal is an alternative dispute resolution process where each party selects an appraiser. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 17. Expediting expenses coverage pays for option A, normal operating costs. Option B, extra costs to speed up repair or replacement of damaged property. Option C, routine maintenance. Option D, employee wages. The correct answer is option A, normal operating costs. Expediting expenses are additional costs incurred to reduce the period of restoration. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 18. Cargo coverage in a trucker's policy covers option A, the truck itself. Option B, goods being transported that belong to others. Option C, the driver's personal items. Option D, the trailer only. The correct answer is option C, the driver's personal items. Motor truck cargo covers the carrier's liability for damage to cargo. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 19. The Jones Act provides workers' compensation type benefits to option A, railroad workers. Option B, seamen. Option C, federal employees. Option D, construction workers. The correct answer is option D, construction workers. The Jones Act covers maritime workers, seamen. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 20. The PAP's duties after an accident require the insured to option A, admit fault immediately. Option B, notify the police if required, provide the insurer with details, and cooperate in the investigation. Option C, pay all damages upfront. Option D, repair the vehicle before inspection. The correct answer is option A, admit fault immediately. The insured must report the accident, cooperate, and allow inspection before repairs. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 21. The insuring agreement in a property policy. Option A, lists exclusions. Option B, states the insurer's promise to pay for covered losses. Option C, defines policy conditions. Option D, lists the insured's duties. The correct answer is option B, states the insurer's promise to pay for covered losses. The insuring agreement is the core of the policy, outlining the scope of coverage and what the insurer agrees to do. Question 22. The concept of utmost good faith requires that both the insurer and the insured, option A, split commissions equally. Option B, disclose all material facts honestly. Option C, share the cost of all losses equally. Option D, pay premiums on a monthly basis. The correct answer is option A, split commissions equally. Insurance contracts are uberami fide, utmost good faith, meaning both parties must fully disclose all relevant information. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 23. Service interruption coverage, utility services, covers option A, all utility failures. Option B, business interruption from loss of utility services, power, water, communications. Option C, only power failures. Option D. Utility equipment damage. The correct answer is option B. Business interruption from loss of utility services, power, water, communications. This covers business interruption when utility services are interrupted by a covered cause of loss. Question 24. Newly acquired property is automatically covered under a commercial property policy for option A. Unlimited value, option B. A limited period, usually 30 days, with a sublimit, option C. The full policy term, option D. No coverage. The correct answer is option A. Unlimited value. Newly acquired property is automatically covered for a limited time with specific sublimits. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 25. General damages compensate for option A. Measurable financial losses, option B. Non-economic losses such as pain and suffering, option C. Medical expenses, option D. Property damage. The correct answer is option C. Medical expenses. General damages are intangible, non-economic losses not easily quantified. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 26. Personal property of others coverage in a commercial property policy applies to option A. The insured's own property, option B. Property of others in the insured's care, custody, or control, option C. Employee personal items at home, option D. The building. The correct answer is option C. Employee personal items at home. This coverage applies to property of others under the insured's care, custody, or control. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 27. The PAP provides liability coverage for a trailer, option A. Only when attached to the covered auto, option B. For all trailers regardless of attachment, option C. Only for owned trailers, option D. Only for rented trailers. The correct answer is option C. Only for owned trailers. Liability coverage extends to trailers being towed by the covered auto. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 28. An endorsement to an insurance policy, option A. Cancels the policy, option B. Modifies the policy's terms, conditions, or coverage, option C. Is the original application, option D. Is non-binding. The correct answer is option D. Is non-binding. Endorsements, riders, amend the policy. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 29. The retroactive date in a claims-made CGL, option A. Has no significance, option B. Excludes claims from occurrences before that date, option C. Extends coverage, option D. Is the policy effective date. The correct answer is option C. Extends coverage. The retroactive date limits coverage to occurrences on or after that date. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 30. Fraternal benefit societies are characterized by option A. Operating for profit, option B. Having a lodge system and offering insurance to members, option C. Being owned by stockholders, option D. Insuring only commercial risks. The correct answer is option A. Operating for profit. Fraternal benefit societies are non-profit, member-based organizations with a common bond. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 31. Telematics, usage-based, auto insurance. Option A. Uses a fixed premium based only on credit score. Option B. Uses driving data, mileage, speed, braking, to determine premiums. Option C. Ignores driving behavior. Option D. Has one rate for all drivers. The correct answer is option D. Has one rate for all drivers. Telematics programs monitor driving behavior and adjust premiums accordingly. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 32. Reasonable expectations doctrine means, option A. The insured's expectations are irrelevant. Option B. If policy language is ambiguous, the insured's reasonable expectations may prevail. Option C. The insurer's expectations control. Option D. Only the literal policy language matters. The correct answer is option D. Only the literal policy language matters. Courts may interpret ambiguous policies in favor of the insured's reasonable expectations. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 33. A commercial condominium unit owner's form is similar to option A. HO 3, option B. HO 6, option C. HO 4, option D. DP1. The correct answer is option A. HO 3. Commercial condo coverage is analogous to the HO 6 for residential condominiums. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 34. The subrogation provision in a PAP allows the insurer to option A. Cancel the policy, option B. Recover claim payments from a responsible third party, option C. Deny all claims, option D. Increase premiums. The correct answer is option D. Increase premiums. Subrogation transfers the insured's recovery rights to the insurer. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 35. Reinsurance is best described as option A, an insured buying multiple policies. Option B, insurance purchased by an insurance company to share risk. Option C, insurance for retired persons. Option D, a type of life insurance. The correct answer is option C, insurance for retired persons. Reinsurance is insurance for insurers, allowing them to transfer portions of their risk to other insurers. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 36. The expected or intended injury exclusion in liability policies excludes option A, accidental injuries. Option B, bodily injury or property damage expected or intended from the standpoint of the insured. Option C, negligent acts. Option D, all injuries. The correct answer is option D, all injuries. Intentional acts by the insured are excluded. Liability policies cover accidental occurrences. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 37. A non-waiver agreement is option A, an agreement to waive all policy conditions. Option B, a document signed by the insured allowing the insurer to investigate without waiving policy defenses. Option C, an agreement not to cancel the policy. Option D, a waiver of premium. The correct answer is option A, an agreement to waive all policy conditions. A non-waiver agreement permits investigation while preserving the insurer's right to later deny coverage. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 38. The mold exclusion in property policies typically provides option A, unlimited mold coverage. Option B, limited coverage for mold resulting from a covered water loss. Option C, no mold coverage under any circumstances. Option D, full mold remediation. The correct answer is option D, full mold remediation. Most policies provide limited coverage for mold if it results from a covered water loss, with sublimits. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 39. The commercial auto policy's general conditions include all except option A, bankruptcy of the insured does not relieve the insurer of obligations. Option B, the policy may be cancelled only by the insurer. Option C, concealment or fraud voids coverage. Option D, terms may be changed only by endorsement. The correct answer is option B, the policy may be cancelled only by the insurer. The insured can also cancel the policy. The insurer must provide notice per state law. Question 40. Collision coverage pays for option A, fire damage. Option B, upset of the vehicle or impact with another object. Option C, theft. Option D, vandalism. The correct answer is option B, upset of the vehicle or impact with another object. Collision covers rollover or impact with another vehicle or object. Question 41. The household exclusion in some PAPs excludes liability coverage for option A, injuries to pedestrians. Option B, bodily injury to family members residing in the same household. Option C, damage to other vehicles. Option D, injuries to passengers. The correct answer is option B, bodily injury to family members residing in the same household. Some states allow an exclusion for injuries to resident family members to prevent collusive claims. Question 42. A total loss in auto insurance occurs when option A, the vehicle needs minor repairs. Option B, the repair cost plus salvage value equals or exceeds the vehicle's ACV. Option C, the insured decides not to repair. Option D, the insurer decides. The correct answer is option A, the vehicle needs minor repairs. A total loss is determined by comparing repair cost to ACV. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 43. Supplementary payments under the PAP's liability coverage include option A, the judgment amount. Option B, court costs, bail bonds, and loss of earnings for attending trials. Option C, the deductible. Option D, vehicle repairs. The correct answer is option B, court costs, bail bonds, and loss of earnings for attending trials. Supplementary payments cover certain defense-related costs in addition to the liability limits. Question 44. The prudent person rule in insurance investing. Option A, allows any investment. Option B, requires insurers to invest as a prudent person would, limiting risky investments. Option C, has no investment limits. Option D, only applies to stock companies. The correct answer is option B, requires insurers to invest as a prudent person would, limiting risky investments. Insurers must invest conservatively to protect policyholder funds. Question 45. The legal liability coverage form provides option A, coverage for the insured's own property. Option B, coverage for damage to property of others in the insured's care, regardless of negligence. Option C, liability for bodily injury only. Option D, workers' compensation. The correct answer is option D, workers' compensation. Legal liability coverage pays for damage to property of others caused by the insured's negligence. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 46. Coverage A of the CGL policy provides: Option A, personal and advertising injury. Option B, bodily injury and property damage liability. Option C, medical payments. Option D, products completed operations only. The correct answer is option B, bodily injury and property damage liability. Coverage A covers buy and PD caused by an occurrence to which the policy applies. Question 47. A non-admitted, unauthorized insurer, option A, is licensed in the state. Option B, is not licensed in the state but may write surplus lines coverage through licensed brokers. Option C, cannot write any coverage. Option D, is always an alien insurer. The correct answer is option B, is not licensed in the state but may write surplus lines coverage through licensed brokers. Non-admitted insurers are not licensed but may write surplus lines under specific conditions. Question 48. Collision coverage in a PAP is typically written with: Option A, no deductible. Option B, a deductible selected by the insured. Option C, a mandatory $1,000 deductible. Option D, a percentage deductible. The correct answer is option D, a percentage deductible. Collision coverage usually has a deductible chosen by the insured. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 49. Conditional renewal means: Option A, the policy renews automatically. Option B, the policy is renewed with conditions such as increased premiums or reduced coverage. Option C, the policy is cancelled. Option D, no renewal is offered. The correct answer is option D, no renewal is offered. Conditional renewal imposes changes as a condition of renewal. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 50. Coverage C of a homeowner's policy covers: Option A, the dwelling. Option B, other structures. Option C, personal property. Option D, loss of use. The correct answer is option C, personal property. Coverage C covers the insured's personal property, both on and off premises, subject to policy limits and exclusions. Question 51. An insurance guarantee association. Option A, guarantees profits for insurers. Option B, protects policyholders and claimants when an insurer becomes insolvent. Option C, is a federal program. Option D, insures all risks. The correct answer is option A, guarantees profits for insurers. State guarantee funds pay covered claims of insolvent insurers. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 52. Agreed value coverage in a commercial property policy. Option A, pays actual cash value. Option B, suspends the co-insurance clause by agreeing on the property's value. Option C, pays replacement cost only. Option D, pays market value. The correct answer is option C, pays replacement cost only. Agreed value suspends the co-insurance requirement because the insurer and insured agree on the property's value. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 53. Supplementary payments under a CGL include: Option A, the judgment amount. Option B, court costs, prejudgment interest, and certain defense expenses in addition to limits. Option C, the deductible. Option D, the insured's personal attorney fees. The correct answer is option C, the deductible. Supplementary payments are made in addition to policy limits. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 54. The separation of insureds, severability, clause means: Option A, all insured share one limit. Option B, coverage applies separately to each insured, as if each had their own policy. Option C, insureds cannot sue each other. Option D, the policy cannot be separated. The correct answer is option B, coverage applies separately to each insured, as if each had their own policy. Severability ensures that a breach by one insured does not void coverage for innocent insureds. Question 55. A contingent business interruption policy covers: Option A, the insured's own property damage. Option B, lost income due to damage to a supplier's or customer's property. Option C, only direct damage. Option D, employee injuries. The correct answer is option D, employee injuries. Contingent by covers losses from damage to property of others that the insured depends on. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 56. The Terrorism Risk Insurance Act, TRIA. Option A, excludes all terrorism coverage. Option B, provides a federal backstop for terrorism insurance losses. Option C, requires insurers to cover all terrorism. Option D, is a state program. The correct answer is option A, excludes all terrorism coverage. TRIA creates a federal reinsurance mechanism for certified terrorism losses. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 57. The legal term for voluntarily giving up a known right is: Option A, estoppel. Option B, waiver. Option C, subrogation. Option D, indemnity. The correct answer is option C, subrogation. Waiver is the voluntary relinquishment of a known right. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 58. Professional liability, errors and omissions, insurance covers. Option A, bodily injury from slip and fall. Option B, financial losses from negligent professional services. Option C, property damage. Option D, employee injuries. The correct answer is option D, employee injuries. Professional liability covers claims for financial loss arising from professional negligence, not physical injury or property damage. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 59. The mortgage clause in a property policy protects. Option A, the insured. Option B, the mortgage lender's interest in the property. Option C, the insurance company. Option D, the real estate agent. The correct answer is option D, the real estate agent. The standard mortgage clause protects the mortgagee by giving them rights under the policy. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 60. The damage to premises rented to you limit in a CGL policy is typically: Option A, the full policy limit. Option B, a sublimit, commonly $50,000 to $100,000. Option C, unlimited. Option D, the same as the general aggregate. The correct answer is option C, unlimited. This sublimit caps fire legal liability for rented premises. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 61. The liberalization clause in a property policy. Option A, increases premiums. Option B, automatically applies any broadening of coverage if the insurer adopts a broader form. Option C, cancels the policy. Option D, reduces coverage. The correct answer is option C, cancels the policy. Liberalization automatically extends improved coverage to existing policies without additional premium. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 62. The cross-liability coverage under separation of insureds. Option A, prohibits suits between insureds. Option B, allows one insured to sue another insured under the policy, subject to exclusions. Option C, eliminates all coverage. Option D, only applies to individuals. The correct answer is option B, allows one insured to sue another insured under the policy, subject to exclusions. Cross-liability means the policy covers claims by one insured against another insured. Question 63. A drive other car endorsement for a commercial auto policy. Option A, covers all vehicles. Option B, extends coverage to named individuals for non-owned vehicles when the policy insures only scheduled autos. Option C, reduces coverage. Option D, only covers business use. The correct answer is option D, only covers business use. Doc endorsement fills the coverage gap for individuals who don't have personal auto policies. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 64. A fleet auto policy typically provides: Option A, coverage for a single vehicle. Option B, coverage for multiple vehicles under one policy, often with experience rating. Option C, only liability coverage. Option D, only physical damage coverage. The correct answer is option C, only liability coverage. Fleet policies cover multiple vehicles, typically 5+, under a single policy. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 65. Other than collision, comprehensive coverage covers: Option A, collision with another vehicle. Option B, losses such as fire, theft, vandalism, falling objects, and contact with animals. Option C, upset of the vehicle. Option D, liability for injuries to others. The correct answer is option D, liability for injuries to others. Comprehensive covers non-collision losses. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 66. The earned premium for an auditable policy is based on: Option A, the deposit premium only. Option B, the actual exposure during the policy period. Option C, the estimated exposure. Option D, the minimum premium only. The correct answer is option D, the minimum premium only. Earned premium is determined by the audit of actual exposure. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 67. Towing and labor coverage in a PAP. Option A, covers major repairs. Option B, pays for emergency roadside assistance and towing. Option C, is automatically included. Option D, replaces collision coverage. The correct answer is option A, covers major repairs. Towing and labor is an optional coverage for roadside assistance. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 68. An insurer must acknowledge a claim within: Option A, 1 year. Option B, a reasonable time, often specified by state law, example, 10 to 30 days. Option C, 6 months. Option D, no time limit. The correct answer is option D, no time limit. State laws specify timeframes for claim acknowledgement. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 69. The causes of loss special form provides. Option A, named perils only. Option B, open perils coverage, all risks of direct physical loss unless excluded. Option C, no coverage. Option D, liability only. The correct answer is option A, named perils only. The special form is open perils, covering all risks of direct physical loss not specifically excluded. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 70. An installation floater covers. Option A, real estate. Option B, building materials and equipment during installation. Option C, completed buildings. Option D, vehicles. The correct answer is option B, building materials and equipment during installation. Installation floaters cover materials, fixtures, and equipment during installation before they become a permanent part of the building. Question 71. An agreed value auto policy. Option A, pays actual cash value at loss. Option B, pays a predetermined amount agreed upon at policy inception, used for classic cars. Option C, pays replacement cost. Option D, pays market value. The correct answer is option B, pays a predetermined amount agreed upon at policy inception, used for classic cars. Agreed value policies pay the agreed amount, avoiding ACV disputes for collector vehicles. Question 72. Uninsured motorist coverage protects against. Option A, damage to the insured's vehicle from any cause. Option B, bodily injury caused by a driver with no insurance. Option C, all hit-and-run property damage. Option D, the insured's own negligence. The correct answer is option C, all hit-and-run property damage. Covers by from uninsured or hit-and-run drivers. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 73. Towing and labor coverage in a PAP. Option A, covers major repairs. Option B, pays for towing and emergency roadside labor at the breakdown site. Option C, is automatically included. Option D, covers fuel delivery only. The correct answer is option A, covers major repairs. Towing and labor coverage pays for towing and basic roadside services. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 74. In a unilateral contract. Option A, both parties make enforceable promises. Option B, only one party makes an enforceable promise. Option C, neither party makes a promise. Option D, the contract is void. The correct answer is option B, only one party makes an enforceable promise. In insurance, the insurer makes the promise to pay, the insured is not obligated to continue paying premiums. Question 75. Under contributory negligence, if a plaintiff is even 1% at fault. Option A, they recover reduced damages. Option B, they recover nothing. Option C, they recover full damages. Option D, the defendant is always liable. The correct answer is option B, they recover nothing. Contributory negligence is a complete bar to recovery, any fault by the plaintiff prevents recovery. Question 76. A building and personal property coverage form covers. Option A, liability only. Option B, buildings, business personal property, and personal property of others. Option C, automobiles. Option D, workers' compensation. The correct answer is option A, liability only. The BPP form covers direct physical loss to buildings and business personal property. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 77. Ride-sharing, TNC, coverage gaps are addressed by. Option A, standard PAPs automatically. Option B, endorsements or separate policies that cover the period when the driver is logged into the app but has not accepted a ride. Option C, commercial policies only with no other options. Option D, no available coverage. The correct answer is option B, endorsements or separate policies that cover the period when the driver is logged into the app but has not accepted a ride. Standard PAPs exclude livery. TNC endorsements or hybrid policies fill the coverage gap. Question 78. Medical payments coverage in a CGL policy. Option A, requires proof of negligence. Option B, pays medical expenses for injuries on the insured's premises or from operations, regardless of fault. Option C, pays the insured's own medical bills. Option D, covers employees. The correct answer is option C, pays the insured's own medical bills. Medical payments coverage is no-fault coverage for injuries to others on the premises. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 79. A valued policy pays. Option A, actual cash value at the time of loss. Option B, the full policy limit regardless of actual value at time of loss. Option C, replacement cost with depreciation. Option D, only the market value. The correct answer is option A, actual cash value at the time of loss. Valued policies, used for fine arts, antiques, pay the agreed amount specified in the policy. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 80. The HO6 policy is designed for Option A, single-family homeowners. Option B, condominium unit owners. Option C, renters. Option D, landlords. The correct answer is Option A, single-family homeowners. HO6 is the condominium unit owners form. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 81. Unoccupancy differs from vacancy in that an unoccupied building, Option A, has no contents. Option B, has contents but no people. Option C, is completely empty. Option D, is always excluded from coverage. The correct answer is Option B, has contents but no people. Unoccupancy means the absence of people, vacancy means the absence of both people and contents. Question 82. A consent to settle clause in a liability policy. Option A, allows the insurer to settle without the insured's consent. Option B, requires the insurer to obtain the insured's consent before settling a claim. Option C, prevents all settlements. Option D, allows the insured to demand settlement. The correct answer is Option C, prevents all settlements. Some policies require the insured's consent to settle, protecting the insured's reputation. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 83. The general aggregate limit in a CGL policy, Option A, only applies to premises claims. Option B, caps the total payout for all covered claims except products completed operations. Option C, is unlimited. Option D, applies per occurrence. The correct answer is Option D, applies per occurrence. The general aggregate is the maximum for all non-products claims. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 84. The commercial auto policy's limit of insurance section states, Option A, unlimited coverage. Option B, the limits shown are the maximum payable regardless of the number of vehicles, insureds, or claims. Option C, per vehicle limits only. Option D, no aggregate limit. The correct answer is Option A, unlimited coverage. The limit is the maximum payable per occurrence. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 85. A no-fault auto insurance state requires, Option A, the at-fault driver to pay all damages. Option B, each driver's own insurance to pay their medical expenses and lost wages regardless of fault. Option C, no insurance required. Option D, only liability coverage. The correct answer is Option D, only liability coverage. No fault, PIP, states require first-party coverage for injuries regardless of fault. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 86. The duties after an accident or loss in a PAP require the insured to, Option A, do nothing. Option B, notify the insurer promptly, cooperate with the investigation, and submit to medical exams if required. Option C, only call the police. Option D, pay the deductible immediately. The correct answer is Option B, notify the insurer promptly, cooperate with the investigation, and submit to medical exams if required. The insured must provide prompt notice, cooperate, and comply with reasonable requests. Question 87. The last clear chance doctrine allows a plaintiff to recover despite contributory negligence if, Option A, the plaintiff was not negligent. Option B, the defendant had the last opportunity to avoid the accident and failed to do so. Option C, the plaintiff had insurance. Option D, the defendant was not negligent. The correct answer is Option D, the defendant was not negligent. Last clear chance is an exception to contributory negligence when the defendant could have prevented the injury. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 88. The pro rata liability clause applies when, Option A, only one policy covers the loss. Option B, multiple policies cover the same loss, and each pays proportionally. Option C, the insured is liable for part of the loss. Option D, the insurer cancels the policy. The correct answer is Option B, multiple policies cover the same loss, and each pays proportionally. Pro rata liability means each insurer pays its proportionate share of the loss based on policy limits. Question 89. An employer is held responsible for the negligent acts of an employee performed within the scope of employment under the doctrine of, Option A, absolute liability. Option B, contributory negligence. Option C, vicarious liability, respondeat superior. Option D, contractual liability. The correct answer is Option C, vicarious liability, respondeat superior. Respondeat superior holds employers vicariously liable for employees' negligent acts committed within the scope of employment. Question 90. The declarations page of a property policy includes, Option A, policy exclusions. Option B, the insured's name, address, policy limits, and premium. Option C, policy conditions. Option D, definitions. The correct answer is option C, policy conditions. The declarations page personalizes the policy with specific information about the insured and coverage. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 91. The term contribution by equal shares means, option A, each insurer pays an equal share until each limit is exhausted. Option B, each insurer pays proportionally. Option C, the insured pays half. Option D, only one insurer pays. The correct answer is option D, only one insurer pays. Each insurer pays equally up to its policy limit until the loss is fully covered or all limits are exhausted. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 92. Tail coverage, extended reporting period, provides. Option A, coverage for incidents before the retroactive date. Option B, an extended period to report claims after a claims-made policy ends. Option C, coverage for intentional acts. Option D, extended policy limits. The correct answer is option A, coverage for incidents before the retroactive date. Tail coverage extends the reporting period after a claims-made policy is cancelled or non-renewed. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 93. The CGL policy's duty to defend ends when? Option A, the insured is found liable. Option B, the applicable limit of insurance is exhausted by payment of judgments or settlements. Option C, the case goes to trial. Option D, the insured requests. The correct answer is option C, the case goes to trial. The duty to defend ends when the limit is exhausted. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 94. Actual cash value, ACV, is calculated as option A, replacement cost only. Option B, replacement cost minus depreciation. Option C, market value of the property. Option D, agreed value at policy inception. The correct answer is option D, agreed value at policy inception. ACV equals replacement cost, depreciation. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 95. The risk-based capital requirements for insurers, option A, have no effect. Option B, require insurers to maintain capital proportional to their risk exposure. Option C, reduce capital requirements. Option D, only apply to life insurers. The correct answer is option B, require insurers to maintain capital proportional to their risk exposure. RBC ensures insurers have adequate capital to support their risk. Question 96. The named non-owner auto policy provides. Option A, physical damage coverage for all vehicles. Option B, liability coverage for individuals who do not own a vehicle. Option C, comprehensive coverage only. Option D, collision coverage only. The correct answer is option D, collision coverage only. Non-owner policies provide liability coverage for drivers who don't own a car. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 97. Under the standard mortgage clause, the mortgagee, option A, has no rights under the policy. Option B, receives loss payment even if the insured violated policy conditions. Option C, must pay the premium. Option D, cannot file a claim. The correct answer is option A, has no rights under the policy. The mortgagee's interest is protected even if the insured's actions would void coverage. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 98. An additional insured on a commercial auto policy, option A, has no rights under the policy. Option B, is protected under the policy for liability arising from the named insured's operations. Option C, is the same as a named insured. Option D, pays the premium. The correct answer is option B, is protected under the policy for liability arising from the named insured's operations. Additional insureds receive liability protection for vicarious liability arising from the named insured's actions. Question 99. Follow form excess liability policies. Option A, provide broader coverage than the underlying policy. Option B, provide the same coverage as the underlying policy, just with higher limits. Option C, provide primary coverage. Option D, have no relationship to underlying coverage. The correct answer is option C, provide primary coverage. Follow form excess policies adopt the terms of the underlying policy. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 100. A reciprocal insurance exchanges. Option A, a stock insurance company. Option B, an unincorporated group of subscribers who exchange insurance risks. Option C, a government insurance program. Option D, a type of health insurance. The correct answer is option D, a type of health insurance. Reciprocal exchanges are unincorporated associations where members, subscribers, insure each other. In this rotation, D is correct.